Mid-bite, my sister's like, ow, like there's something hard in here. So my mom takes the bun to inspect it. We open the bun to find staples. We find staples like baked into the bread.
How the heck?
Or what are you going to do if you're in this situation? You went to eat a bread with your sister and probably your daughter that is 6 years old, and you saw staples in the bread. Bunch of staples in the bread, not just a piece, so bunch of staples in the bread that you were about to just, cut and give it to your daughter to eat. What would you do? Like, what's going to be your reaction? Okay, fine. These people went to this popular Texas Roadhouse restaurant to get bread and all of that. And this is not the first time they are entering the restaurant to eat. She said she has always been going all the time and all of that. And in fact, she didn't even wanted to go there to cause trouble or anything. Right? She just wanted to go there and just eat, and it's not like she's looking for a free meal. So they were about to eat the bread after ordering and other stuff, and they saw the staples inside the bread, and they called the manager attention to the whole thing. And the long and short of it was like, okay, you guys, we're not going to pay for this. And they were like, no, you guys were the one that put the staples inside because this is a staple-free environment. Let me show you the clip, then we'll come back and discuss.
Y'all, so never in a million years would I be thinking that I would be sitting here making this video, but this video is to Texas Roadhouse in Walpole, and this is specifically at the staff Deanna, which is a manager, and then Crystal, who is also a manager, and they worked today, August 27th, at around 7 to 8 p.m. while I was there. But anyways, so everything was fine, and then we got our second batch of bread. We all started eating, nothing was wrong with the first batch, and then boom, my sister until my sister, she's chewing her bread. Usually my mom, she cuts it up, puts the butter on. My sister's 6 years old, so obviously she's not doing that herself. And mid-bite, my sister's like, ow, like there's something hard in here. So my mom takes the bun to inspect it. We open the bun to find staples. We find staples, like, baked into the bread. Like,
Yeah, thanks goodness she didn't bite the whole bite.
right, because that could have been, literally staples could have been in my sister's throat right now. So we didn't want to make a big deal out of it. Obviously mistakes happen. We're just praying to God, like, there's no more staples. We're thanking God that she didn't swallow that part. Luckily she just bit into it and felt the staple. So we grab someone, and we're like, can we just have a manager real quick? A manager comes over, and we're showing her, and mind you, I'm going to put all the clips in this video. We're showing her this right here. I don't know how it happened, but it's unacceptable. It has us kind of scared to bite into the rest of the bread. Like, I don't know how this could have happened. She takes a look, and there's not even one, but there are several staples in there. There's like a pack, like a ripped off pack of staples in the bread. So she's like, yeah, this is absolutely unacceptable. I'm going to go ahead and comp your whole order. This should not have happened. What I'm thinking, like my speculation, is that when the cookers were making the bread, when they opened the bag, the staples from the bag ripped out and fell into the dough. So we're like, yeah, that does seem kind of logical. Or maybe someone was stapling something, they got out and, just fell in the dough. She's like, yeah, like I completely agree, but, this is a crazy freak accident and we're going to comp your bill. So everything was fine. A second manager then comes over, and then she's like, so I'm just concerned.
How did the staples get in the bun? How about you tell me? Yeah, how did these staples get in my baby's bun?
And she goes, well, this is a staple-free premise, so we don't have no staples in this building.
There's staples on some paperwork at a table right next to us.
Clock it, and I got photos. I'm putting every photo in this. There was literally staples lying right on a desk, right like next to us. Like, you can't lie about that.
Mind you, she tries to ask, did we bring any staples in, or was my little one playing with the machines? Does your machine have staples in it?
Right. Mind you, these are just the things that you put the coin in and get like a little rubber duck from. How would my sister have gotten staples? And if you check the camera, we were running inside because they had texted us to come inside. We were like, oh, let's not waste our time. So we went straight to the reservation desk. My sister did not play with this, touch with this. We literally went straight to be serviced. Like, there was no stopping and picking up staples so that she could put in bread.
What kills me is just, the lack of accountability. We went, we go there all the time. Matter of fact, me and the little one was there 2 days prior. We eat at this restaurant every freaking week.
But let me say, if anybody knows me, they know that Texas Roadhouse is my last name. You can ask how many friends have gone to Texas Roadhouse with me. Everybody knows, like, I've been on that saddle every year for my birthday since I was, like, ordering off the kids' menu. Before my mom even allowed me and my friends to order off the adults' menu. I've been at Texas Roadhouse. It's not about a free meal. It was just about the lack of accountability. She came over here talking about she's concerned of how the staples got there. Okay, I'm kind of concerned too. And I don't know why you're saying like, oh, well, this is a staple-free premise when we literally have proof of staples. And you guys have stapled things right on your board, like with thumbtacks and everything. So you literally are lying out your teeth.
And then the contradicting statements, because Crystal says that when they're making the bread, that it's possible they ripped the bag open, the packaging of the bread or whatever in the kitchen, and that staples could have got into the bread mix or whatever. But then here comes Deanna saying, yeah, we don't have staples. I mean, so which one is it?
Which one is it? Do y'all bags got staples? staples or do they not? And then, so basically, the check comes and only one meal was comped. We're not mad about paying the bill. We had full intent on coming to pay what we ordered. So it was just like kind of shocking that the first manager, Crystal, had relayed that we were getting a comped meal. This should never have happened. There shouldn't have been no close call like this. Okay, perfect. Like we're not gonna get up and leave. She said if we still wanted to stay, she was gonna comp our meal. We stayed. It's just an accident. So then we got the bill and only one little meal was comped out. So we grabbed the manager Deanna again and we're like, hey, we're not trying to be, like spiteful, but I'm just confused as to how one manager is telling me that we're getting a comped meal for this and now it's only one thing that was comped. And Deanna had the nerve to say she doesn't feel comfortable with comping the meal because for one, my sister wasn't injured by the incident that occurred, or because she knows that there's no staples on the premise.
Well, let's talk about injury. Just because she didn't hurt her tongue right in the moment does not mean an injury didn't occur. What if someone pricked themselves with the staples, got blood on it, and now stuck it in my baby's bun? You tell me, is there going to be an injury?
And why would we come with staples and give it to the 6-year-old out of us three? Out of me, my mom, and my little sister, why would I put staples in the bread that she was gonna eat? If I wanted to get the money, do you think I would give it to her? What? No. And if Deanna, if you have kids, if that was your kid that almost had a staple, do you think that you would be fine with getting told that you don't feel comfortable or the waitress doesn't feel comfortable with comping your meal? Nah, like you guys are gonna get held accountable.
And I also get it that, I'm sure restaurants deal with a lot of customers coming in there doing some bogus crap like that. But unfortunately, you do have some actual honest customers who believe in telling the truth. I'm a God-fearing woman and I don't lie. So just the fact that I was just looking for accountability and a level of respect. It wasn't about a free meal, but just acknowledging, I'm sorry, we don't know how this got in your daughter's bun. We'll make sure it doesn't happen again. And that would have been fine until Deanna came back and kind of took back what we thought we were getting accountability from Crystal. And then now their words are contradicting each other. And that's where, now, yes, I was pressuring the meal being free because honor your word. Be respectful. Honor your word. All you have is your word.
And she said that she's trying to figure out where the staples came from. And I was like, if that's what you're trying to do, I suggest you looking at the cameras to see what happened in the kitchen because we didn't walk in this freaking building with no staples. Why? Just why? They were at Texas RoadHouse 2 days ago. Like, make it make sense. So this is literally at Deanna. She was wearing a black shirt and she had a black visor and she had long earrings that dangled on her ear. And this is at Crystal, who I was literally just complimenting up front about how pretty her mascara looks. I have no bitterness, no ill intent, no nothing. I didn't come in there to scam. You could tell my energy was welcoming from when I walked in. I was literally like, girl, your mascara looks so beautiful. Like, she put me on to which one it was. I wasn't there to cause no problems. It's the fact that y'all can't hold y'all staff accountable. And I bet if this Deanna was in our situation, it wouldn't have been the same. And she would have been mad for her daughter or son as well. So this is unacceptable. Texas RoadHouse. This happened at the Texas RoadHouse in Walpole, Massachusetts.
Hi there. How can I help you over here?
So we just had one question because we were told by the previous manager that we did speak to that the entire meal would be comp. So we were just kind of curious as to where it went from comp to just one meal. But she said the entire meal would be taken care of.
Okay. She doesn't feel like that's what she had said, so I can certainly grab her if you like.
Okay.
But I'm just not comfortable comping your whole bill for something, that didn't quite, there was no injury or things like that. So that's why I took the kids' meal off, in good faith of what could have possibly been an issue, But I'm not comfortable comping her whole meal tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
It was just
a matter of
it's just
the
that
other
one
one
she
spoke
relayed.
prematurely, so it's just a matter of honor what you said.
Yeah.
We didn't come with it. Even when I addressed it, I told her that we didn't, we come here all the time. We don't need a free meal, but because she said that, it was just to honor what you said.
Okay. For sure.
Yeah, that's not, that wasn't the conversation, that she had with me. So I can definitely grab her so that we can clarify that, okay?
Okay, it seems
like
like
we're
she
here
also
two
said that it
different
was that the bags came with staples and now you guys are completely contradicting each other.
Yeah, so I will tell you again, I'm the managing partner. I worked for the company for 17 years, so I'm very thorough in the kitchen. She's actually not trained to work the kitchen.
But she must know to say, then how would she be able to speak on bags being opened? If she's not in the kitchen, how does she even know how things are prepared or what packaged is? So it seems like she knew something, and then we speak to you and it's saying the opposite of what she said. That's where we're getting frustrated at now is both conversations are contradicting each other.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And again, that's great feedback that I can follow up with her because again, she has never worked a day in bake in her life. And it is very possible that she did try and solve the issue with things that she thought that she was aware of. Hey Crystal, they said you told them you were going to comp their whole bill, which I said I would call, but I have to go check with my manager first. So, yeah, so I think that might.
I don't remember.
That was it. That was
Maybe that's where the confusion was. So, like I said, I have documented everything. I've come what I feel comfortable with for you for tonight. And if you need anything else, I'm certainly here to answer any questions.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what was your name again too? Crystal. Okay, Deanna and Crystal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yeah,
We're all set.
absolutely.
I know, I'm glad you didn't. Because if you would have took a bite that had the staples in it.
How the heck? Staples in bread? What?
The thing is, I don't know if I would call this pride, or you just feel like because you're in a particular position, you can do anyhow. Because all these things, they will not have not been issued, they'll not be dragged like this if you are just, tell them, don't worry, bills, don't pay for the bread and all of that. And everybody will go on their way. Because you know how dangerous, if that 6-year-old had eaten that bread with those bunch of, do you know how dangerous our health would have been at that moment? This is what we're going to be talking about, right? In fact, it can even be anybody. It might not even be her, it might even be the sister, it might even be anybody in the restaurant that actually walked in and decides to buy bread and all of that. And you're saying it's a staple-free environment. How is that a staple-free? Don't you guys have office? And how did you guys make the batter that there are staples, that bunch of staples in that bread? That is risky. Like, that is very dangerous, you guys. What is your take on this video? What would you have done if you're in this situation? Let me know your thought down in the comment section while we watch people's reaction on this. Then we'll come back and talk about it.
And mid-bite, my sister's like, ow, like there's something hard in here. So fun to find staples. We find staples like baked into the bread.
Not everyone is out to get a free meal. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all act like this money is coming out of your paycheck. You just wanted to comp one meal out of the whole bill, when clearly these staples could have ended up in her stomach. This could have been a really bad situation for everyone. And you're going to justify this incident by saying that this is a staple-free environment, when clearly staples are nearby? Who are you protecting? Are you the CEO of Texas RoadHouse? I'm confused. Why would you even insinuate that these people put the staples in the bun to begin with? Accidents happen. Y'all act like everyone that walks in your restaurant is trying to get a free meal. But see, y'all made it all worse, because now she had to go to the emergency room. They had to run some tests, make sure that she doesn't have a staple in her stomach that could puncture an intestine. And now you have to pay for that bill, which would have been a lot cheaper if you would have just comped the entire meal. Top what? $80? By the way, restaurants comp meals for a reason, because part of eating out is the experience. It's not just shoved in your face, it's actually the experience. And you're gonna come in there and accuse these people that they're putting staples? Wow, really? Y'all act ridiculous when it comes to comping meals for customers. You act like it's coming right out of your paycheck.
Here's my take on the whole Texas Roadhouse controversy from someone who used to work at Texas Roadhouse. I didn't work at the one in Walpole, but I did work in one in Jersey. Assuming that the layout is at least similar, here are my thoughts. First thing is her comment about how it's a stapleless premise. That's BS. As a host, I've had to staple some things. It's not just a restaurant, but there's also an office in the back with a bunch of office supplies, including staples, not just food. There's other things going on. It's a business. Next thing is, I genuinely don't know how they could have not noticed staples getting into the batter. If it's anything like where I worked, customers can see people make the bread through a glass window. They touch the dough with their hands. They're literally pushing on it, kneading it, whatever they need to do. Then they divide it into the rolls that eventually come out and are given to customers. It really almost raises the question if that was done on purpose because I just don't know how that could have just happened. Regardless, how that manager reacted was not how she should have reacted. Her saying she was uncomfortable with comping the whole meal, what does that even mean? What are you uncomfortable with? A 6-year-old's life could have been at stake. And not even just her, it could have been anyone in the restaurant.
Yeah.
What if the mom never took that piece of bread before she ate the whole thing? That is some scary stuff. I wish the family so much luck on whatever they decide to do, but if I were them, I would be suing right now.
This Texas Roadhouse thing is so crazy, and it just really boils down to it all could have been avoided if the manager just comped the 3 meal. She was acting like it came out of her damn check. You're the manager of a restaurant. You guys have comped meals for less. My God. Of course, I'm going to tag the video. The 6-year-old bit into a Texas Roadhouse bread rolls that are very famous, and just bit into it, and there was a stack of staples in the fucking dough, baked into the bread. She has a picture of it baked into the bread, and they were nice. Called, wait staff, hey, we need to talk to a manager. They sent someone who they thought was the manager, Crystal, and Crystal, oh my God, we're so sorry, I'm gonna comp your meal. Then Deanna bitch ass come over here and try to ruin the shit. And it's like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Madam, okay, it's a Texas Roadhouse. This is not Nobu, bitch. At the most, you're looking at maybe $80 total. And there was staples. The girl could have died. The girl could have swallowed it. It's kind of like why they tell people to stop grilling, stop using those wire grill brushes, because people will eat it and it will tear up their inside. So now, y'all didn't want to comp the meals. Not only that, you tried to accuse those ladies of bringing staples of their own and sticking it into the bread. Of all the things, racism is so logical. Because if I wanted to run a scam, I would be the one to bite into the bowl. Why would I sacrifice a 6-year-old? Are you dumb? So now they don't want to comp the meal. And the 6-year-old has now gone to the ER and has gotten x-rays. Thank God the x-rays came clear. They said everything was good. She's good. Great. But now they have an ER bill. And guess who is going to pay that ER bill? You. And I can promise you that ER bill is more than that $70 you could have comped at the beginning. I had an ER visit about 2 months ago, and I was given pain meds and stuff. It was $600. Y'all about to come up off that money. Corporate that called her and offered a $70 gift card. Really? But honestly, I'm glad that you did that, because I feel like legally you have admitted guilt, like you were trying to make it go away. And so now all she got to do is contact one of them personal injury lawyers, and she gonna get clean. She gonna clean the up. This all could have been avoided if you just comped the meal. Jesus Christ.
I feel like they should even sue them, because especially that particular manager. Because I don't understand. Sometimes when people put their work, they overdo things, and you wonder, this could have happened to you or somebody you know. So what is it? You think everybody's there to get free meal? So I will just go to the restaurant now, and is looking for free meal. That's what I want to do. It's not everybody. Some people do it. I've watched some skits whereby some people go to restaurant and they kind of cut their hair or bring hair inside a bag and put it in their food, or incense or something, and start screaming, "Oh my God, oh my God, I'm not gonna pay for this," and none of that. Yes, people do it, but a lot of people are going to restaurants with money that they are ready to pay for whatever they are going there to eat. And the way they even came to meet you and all of that, you should know that they don't even want to cause trouble. It was not even like they didn't even take it as a big deal. But sometimes when the way somebody reacts to some things you're supposed to take as big deal will actually trigger you taking it as big deal, because it's not like you cannot prolong or escalate the whole situation, but you're just trying to be reasonable. But then the other person is not trying to be reasonable. So then you have to show them what you're supposed to do if you were not reasonable. Because I don't understand what is there. And the thing is, the money might not even be up to $80 like everybody's saying, but Now you have to pay for medical bills. You have to, like, why do all of that? And this thing is actually very dangerous. I feel like they should actually really watch their butter, bread, and all of that when they are making it, because how can, because that thing is much, you guys. Did you see it? It's so much, and it's very dangerous. I don't even think if I was, I will go there to eat again because I'll be having PTSD. I can't go there to eat again because I'm not going to trust anything inside, because you can, if you guys are saying that it's a staple free environment, you're not even holding accountable to whatever happened. Definitely you don't even check what you do, you're not even supervising it very well, and that is very, very dangerous and risky to people's health. It can, like, it's so risky, you guys. Anyway, what's your take on this video? Let me know your thought down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, your girl Maya David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys.